So the idea here is to have a sort of a heritage composed of traditions, relations, and that's why I invite here Alessandra Norcini to explain and talk to us about the new challenges with biodiversity. But diversity is not an emergency, it is a constant aspect. Well, thank you very much. It's I've heard so much information and so much beauty today. It's great seeing after everything that was done in the past years, to tell you that within Gestire 2020, we decided to keep on working on this. So we did not want to stop the path that was particularly rich. So we want to keep on working on it. So to sum up, everything that has been done is pretty impossible, but the facts and figures, I think, actually gave you an idea of what we did. So if you want to study a little bit more and to do more research, you can go on the website and find everything that you need. I would like to tell you something, probably the most important value that we managed to create thanks to this project was to actually set up a network among all different partners, and also thanks to all those who have orbited around the project. That's why when we thought about how keep on studying and doing by creating a new project also under the help of the European Commission. So when we saw this challenge, and we said, okay, let's do it. We can do it. We are able to do it. And we can be a team. We can be a network. And so that's why we decided to do it. That was possible thanks to 8 years of hard work of people and content that have been shared. We also thought that this network had to be enlarged even more. It's clear to all of us, biodiversity like air and water cannot be limited, and all the interventions that Gestire 2020 positioned and did in the Lombardy region are just beginning. We also have to think about what we can find beyond the frontier. What you can see here, for example, is the territory our project, Nat Connect 2030, will focus on. So we will focus on the northern part of Italy as another achievement. So the length of this project is 9 years, but of course the biodiversity theme can and must be interpreted using global logic. Also because we need to be present everywhere. Just to give you some facts and figures, Gestire 2020 had 7 partners, and almost all of them are present even in the new project. And Nat Connect 2030 will have 16 partners. We had 10 million inhabitants. 10 million inhabitants are those that we can find in the Lombardy region, whereas in 8 years we met 2,000 people, 200,000 people, and in the next years we will address many more people. So 246 sites here in Lombardy right now, but in Night Connect 2030 we will focus on 843 sites. As you can see here in the circles, you will find the partnerships. So we will work not only with the Lombardy region, but also with Veneto, Piedmont, Emilia-Romagna, and the Trento region, province of Trento. There is also AIPO. The hydrographic network is an important element for protecting biodiversity. We will have some environmental bodies that worked with us in Gestire 2020 and have decided to keep on working with us. We will also work with Lega Ambiente. FLA and ERSAF are two solid partners of the Lombardy region. And we also decided to open up to some marine regions. The Lombardy does not have the seaside, as you probably know, but we also decided to take on also this important challenge, thanks to Emilia, Romagna, and Veneto region. Well, I'm not jealous of Marzia Corta because as a partner, she also had to be quite strict with all of us, but I can't dare imagine what might happen with such a huge and long partnership. But going beyond on this, we also have to think about stakeholders. So all those that work for biodiversity. Needless to say, alone we cannot do anything. We have a lot of projects and we also have to do more. We have to work more. We have to invite everyone. We need to have integrated measures. New projects like Nat Connect are called the strategic nature, and we want to be strategic. So we need to imply everyone that can act for biodiversity. Let's talk about resources. I wanted to represent the Gestire 2020 idea. It was 163 million for the PIF, whereas Net Connect 2030, we managed to reach the target and all the necessary funds. We, as a Lombardy region, need to think about it, of course. It's not just our action that will carry on projectuality and many different interventions. Also parks that are partners of LIFE projects normally act for biodiversity. There are also other actors that are unknown because maybe they do small interventions, but their intervention is very, very important. So if we think about the future challenges, the PAF and Trento PAF that are partners of Net Connect actually cover 604 million euros that must be found, that should be found before 2027. In these days, we have wanted to host a business nature event, the platform of working and dialogue, thanks to which the European Commission find the work of enterprises and companies. So let's hope that maybe in that way we can find more people interested in nature. You will find some brochure at the beginning, at the entrance, sorry, of this hall. We have also created our blending finance idea, the called bioclimate, with a recovery plan of Lombardy region. So that plan was approved after the COVID period to relaunch the original system, and some resources were provided and a new model was set up. Thanks to this model, also some private funds were taken in. We would like to present them once they are realized. Some strategic lines of Not Connect. So here you have some macro ideas, because of course the project is very, very big. is pretty huge, so many actions and interventions will be taken. So the restoration for habitat and species, the importance of bio network and the bio connections, as Alafi was saying before. The urban network here in the Lombardy region has other themes to deal with that can be quite strategic to reinforce the ecologic network. We also wanted to focus on climate change. So the loss of biodiversity and the climate crisis are intertwined. So of course we will focus on it. We will also talk about alien species during the summer when news are less, a few are little. Well, on newspapers, every single day we used to read articles about alien species. That's okay, because of course we need to understand what we're talking about and their dangerousness. And then, of course, also the governance point is essential, especially for NatConnect. Strategic projects also have another role. We do not only want to focus on biodiversity, but they also need to focus on giving some active points in order to collaborate with other strategies. So, for example, water themes, climate change, the restoration law, once it will be approved in a definitive way, but we will also have to talk about sustainable tourism or phyto products and other objectives that we want to achieve in a very integrated way. So what do we want to achieve? Well, a full implementation of the PAF for our regions and the Trento province. It's a challenge, but we can do it. Gestire 2020 created many interesting tools. Then we want to improve the conservation state of species and habitats. Petiti said it before, and I want to remind that we have several parts interested in nature, and that's why we have many infractions in the nature, and we really need to work together in order to go over them, and also because the aims that we want to achieve are fundamental. We need, and even the sanctions that we might receive can be a sort of stimuli to work even in a faster and better way, than to improve the ecological connectivities of the river Po. And the last point is to improve our knowledge. Even what Cristina Bollini said before, she did a very precious work about the about training. So training is important, but we also need to understand that knowledge is essential. Some things are unknown, and knowledge can sometimes is not shared in other projects. So, for example, nowadays, in the last year, we have launched a project to control droughts and summer crises that unfortunately make us pretty worried. So we have a new project to monitor these aspects, and we have also in the pipeline new other projects. During the next few months, we do hope we will be able to reap the fruit of these project, Gestire 2020. As Lafi said before, we will try to focus our efforts on communication and also to receive like a sort of a round of applause. But especially because we do not want everything to be lost, everything that was created with Gestire 2020. It was very precious and important. We want to share everything that we have discovered with the new partners of the new project. Together with that, we will start working also on the new project, NetConnect 2030, because it's important to start working immediately. The new partners and the new colleagues are listening to us via streaming. So hello everyone. And today does represent a unique opportunity to start talking together. And I do hope you all have understood how much this project important is, how much important this project is. I hope I will be able to see the final part of all these projects. So thank you very much for your effort. Thank you very much to all my co-workers and colleagues. You are amazing. Thank you very much for organizing this day. It was not easy to combine all the aspects. And thank you very much to all those that will decide to work with us in the future with all the activities that we are trying to implement. Thank you very much. Thank you once again.